As you can see, Morse, this is an 8900, but the thing I want to talk about is for tons of these Japanese machines with a whole bunch of stitches built in here and a horizontal cam stack like this. They all have pretty different mechanisms, but the horizontal cam stack is the thing that's going to tell you that you're in for kind of a challenge and you need to be careful about stitch selection. So we're going to move closer and then I'm going to explain what happened with this one. Alright, so we got our horizontal cam stack here and our stitch selector, and it moves this gear here. There's the two sliders that do your stitch indicator out the front, but under these two sliders is where the cam follower is. It is it's got the slide bar down in here where I put the screw, and then the bracket it's on is down below here at the end of the screwdriver. So it's all hard to get at under here. And the thing that went wrong with this, because turn here and it's jammed, this plastic piece. All of the cam mechanisms, if there's not a manual way to lift the fingers and followers off the cam, they have to have a lifter bump. As you can see, this one's plastic. It's 50-year-old white plastic, which means it is well expired. The tip of the screwdriver, it was sitting in here underneath the selector here, barely holding on to its location, and that snapped in half. But when you went to turn the selector, these bumps are what would force the cam to lift so that it could slide along here. This machine came in set for zigzag, plain stitching, had some other issues, and the needle was in backwards. But a big one is just that these machines, this lifter breaks, and if they're stuck on a different stitch, you can always poke in here. Like I've found the bar that holds the cam, and by where was my lever point? There it is. By lifting up on my little lever point, I can run my selector along to pick my stitch, and I'm gonna just slide this all the way over to its zigzag plain cam. And leave it there for the customer, because without this plastic piece that's broken, it won't be able to shift, and zigzag is your basic stitch. If you own one of these machines and suddenly you're unable to change your stitches, that's what it is, and you'll have to pop the lid off and reach in so you can get your cam slider moved. But don't crank on your cam adjustments. If you're having issues with cam adjustments, don't just crank on it, because there's all kinds of little parts and adjustments that go wrong in there. But nice machine. Unfortunately, this plastic piece means that it's zigzag only. The good news is that it looks like most of the rest of it is newer styles of black plastic. The black plastic seems to be a bit more durable, so this should serve pretty good for a long time. Older ones of these have a metal cam stack, and I don't know if they have a metal lifter on the shifter.